Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over another Ultra Act. It is the Ultra Act Glenfire from Tamashii Nations and Bandai. Yeah, you know, he teamed up with Ultraman Zero and some other heroes like Mirror Knight and etc. Jean 9, Jean Bot, for the likes. But he's really cool. I was wanting this guy for a while. They reissued him and renewed him, and he's really cool. Glad I got to pick him up this time. Got him for $30-ish. I can't remember exactly what I paid for him. I believe I say so. I did an unboxing video for this guy. I believe I said so in that video if you saw that. But yeah, he is really, really cool. I liked his character in the little movies and side stories and stuff that he was in. I did watch his stuff, believe it or not. I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed most of the Ultraman Zero stuff. Didn't really like Ultraman Saga and etc. But it wasn't bad. He gives a few things, instructions, you know, which is good. And his box, which I'm going to show you now. So you got Glenfire on the front, Ultra Act, Glenfire, Tamashii Nations Bandai. You got Glenfire on the side. And on the back, you got more pictures of Glenfire doing all his Toku hero stuff. So yeah, very glad to have him. You know, I have a lot of Ultramen, you know, Power Rangers and Kamen Riders and stuff. So having some of these Toku heroes like Glenfire, who, you know, aren't like that. I mean, he is part of the Ultraman franchise, but he's not an Ultraman. It's nice to have someone different every once in a while, you know what I mean? Just something different, cool. And he is cool. I don't know how he makes his flames in space and stuff, which doesn't really make sense, but neither does a giant flame hero like Glenfire, so I guess you can't complain too much, huh? But he's a really cool figure, so first I'm going to hook you up with his accessories. First off, he comes with several hands. He has these open hands, which are cool, and then these just kind of, these other open hands that are more relaxed. Holding hand, and as you can see, a thumbs up hand, which I really, really like. Glad he has that. In addition to those hands, and also the two fist hands that were on his person, he comes with this flame holding hand that's really, really cool. Good, cool thing to display him with if you don't like, you know, big action displays, but still want to have your guys with a little something, something. Having this, this flame effect would be really, really cool. It's sculpted onto the hand there like that, and I really, really dig it. I have to say, it looks very, very nice. And that was just for his left hand. His right hand has this flaming punch, which is also really cool. I really dig it. It's neat. Not my favorite accessory in his set though. I kind of felt like I might break his little hand joint there when I was popping it in, but yeah, you just pop his hand off and you pop that on just like the other one. Comes off pretty easy. And you can see he's got his fists kind of sculpted on the end there. You just plug it in the inside. Pretty neat. He also has this raised head flame. You can also, like, there's parts in the films and stuff where he like brushes back his hair, like he's kind of throwing his hair out of his eyes, and it like makes flame shoot out of his head. Pretty awesome little effect here. It makes him look really cool. I really dig it. It stays on pretty well. What you do is you just pop off his, you know, calmer little flame piece, and this just goes right on here. No big deal. Here's Glenfire with kind of a flame javelin, and it looks like it's being thrust forward, or he could just be holding it. You know, who knows? Really nice little detail on this and on all these flame effects, like the clear orange and etc. But yeah, that's really cool. And last but certainly not least, we have this other flame, you know, staff effect, but he's swinging it, so it's got this trail of flames, and it looks really cool. I really want to get that flame effect for Tamashii Nations, you know what I'm talking about? The flame one that kind of like swirls one. The red one. I don't really need the blue one. And put it around this guy. That'd be really tight. Especially with him swinging this down, come down in that circle of flame. But yeah, this is probably one of the cooler effects instead. It's pretty heavy though. It can fall out of his hands and stuff. But dang! Man, the accessories of this guy are intense. That's why he's one of the better Ultra acts. Not because of his articulation or detail or anything. They're all good. But the accessories are magnificent with this figure. Speaking of articulation and detail though, let's get into all that. And he does have plenty of both, I have to say. Plenty of both. First up, articulation. You know, you got up and down on the head. Oops. Not as far as you might think and etc. I did kind of accidentally flick that off. But he's got side to side. His collar kind of blocks a lot of movement on the head here, but you gotta go for character accuracy. Up and down, forward and back. You got a lot of little movement in there as well. You got that cool joint. Yeah, it's forward and back, biceps swivel. And you've got some elbow movement there. Very well hidden joints. You got movement in the wrist. A lot of movement in the wrist actually. Also, not to mention, you got this ab movement, this waist movement. You got that movement on the legs. That's to help hide the articulation. You know, nice swivels and balls. Lots of great movement there. Double knee bend. And you got kind of a side to side on the foot. Rotations and all that. Ankle pivot and toe articulation. So, yeah, lots of cool articulation on this guy. Also, lots of great paint and detail. As you can see, he's got like this reddish part on his normal suit body. And he's got a lot of shading, lots of paint shading. Don't know if you can tell on camera, but he has a lot of paint shading. More than I'm used to on most figures, actually. He's got a nice glow effect going on with his color timer. It's not actually a color timer. I don't really know what to call it, though. Don't really know what to call it. But yeah, it looks nice. Silver looks nice. He's got his stand plugs back here. Detail on his back is quite superb, I have to say. It looks really nice. Very clean paint too, all over. Very clean paint. Good job hiding lots of joints. And of course, the head looks great. You got the same good detail on the silver parts that's on the body, and the same nice flame sculpting and material that's in his accessories. So yeah, he's a good looking figure, he has good accessories, good movement. Now let's check out some size comparisons. Here's our Glenfire with some other Toku heroes. Gotta say, it's been a concern since I took him out of his package that he might be a little small. I feel like I'm right. Here on the left we have the Ultra Act Ultraman Max, and then here on the right we have the Ultra Hero Series Ultraman Noah. And they're both kind of taller than Glenfire. Ultraman's knees are bent and his legs are out a little to Ultraman Max's. But he's a little taller than Glenfire. And Noah's even taller. Don't let his spikes fool you either. His head is also taller. But yeah, Glenfire might be a little short. Just a little short, you know. See that? That head difference there. So yeah, Glenfire might be a little short. I don't know if he's a shorter guy in the show. I could never really tell with them zipping around and flying around doing stuff. He didn't seem to be shorter to me. But he's shorter than these Ultras, which is kind of a bummer, I have to say. Here's Glenfire next to one of his teammates, the Ultra Hero 500 series, Jean 9. Yeah, and he's too tall for Jean 9 here. Jean 9's from the Ultra 500 series, which is scaled down because they're little spark dolls and stuff from the Ultraman Jenga show. And he's not small enough to scale with these guys, but he's not really big enough to be perfect with Ultra Acts and your regular Ultra Hero series either. Even though, you know, it doesn't really bother me with the Ultra Hero series, but he's noticeably smaller, and it's like, why are you so small, Glenfire? What you doing? But whatever, no big deal. It'll all work out just fine. Because we're going to take a look at how he scales with Kaiju now. Here's Glenfire with some Kaiju. First up, here on the left, we have the Ultra Monster EX series, Bogal from Ultraman Mebius. Yeah, you know, he seems a little taller than Bogal, and I'd like him to be the same height, but I actually think that they're fine together. And, you know, we got a super articulated Glenfire on our hands here, so you can crouch and stuff and make him, like, tackle Bogal, and you can work his size. And then, of course, we have Showa Gamera over here, just a monster from a different franchise. And, you know, once you articulate him and everything, I think they'll be fine, too. It's a lot easier to work sizing with kaiju than it is, you know, with other humanoid figures. Now here's Glenfire with some super articulated Godzilla figures. You didn't think I was going to not show Godzilla figures in this review, did you? But yeah, you know, here on the left we have the 2014 Legendary Godzilla, or Modern Godzilla from NECA. Yeah, this is the 12-inch head to tail, or 6-inch, you can say. Personally, I'd really like my Godzillas and stuff to be bigger than my Ultras, because Godzilla is the king, even though, you know, lots of Ultra monsters would probably give him quite a run for his money, even beat him. And Ultra monsters are powerful, I have to say, you know. When you're doing a television series instead of movies, you kind of need to up your monster's power a little more. But they're fine, I guess. I mean, you know, I can live with it. He might go better with the 24-inch head-to-tail version. It's not out yet at the moment. I'm filming this review anyways, but yeah, definitely get this Godzilla. And then here he is with the Monster Arts Space Godzilla, one of the older Monster Arts, who I love also, by the way. Dang, he's like the best one of the best Space Godzilla figure ever made. For real, incredible. But, yeah, you know, I feel like he scales up better with the Monster Arts Space Godzilla here than he does the Godzilla. And, you know, once you get him in just a quick crouching pose here, ta-da, you know, maybe he works a little better with these guys. Definitely better with Space Godzilla when he's crouched. Not so much this Godzilla. Maybe this Legendary Godzilla is a little small, especially since, you know, he's the largest incarnation of Godzilla ever. But, whatever. I think this Godzilla scales up with my other Godzilla stuff, so that's what matters. But, yeah, you know, that's scaling. So all in all, what do I think of the Ultra Act Glenfire from Tamahashi Nations and Bandai? Well, he's pretty stinking awesome. He's a great figure, good articulation, good detail, great accessories. And it's just like kind of a sizing problem, really. There's a sizing problem and just a few other small problems that you heard me state throughout the review, but nothing really major. So, all in all, I think I'm going to give this guy 4 out of 5 stars. He's a really good figure, very impressed with the accessories, which you can use with a lot of different stuff, you know. That fire punch could go cool with several Ultra Acts, or, you know, figure arts, if they'll fit. There are lots of flame-based, you know, characters that you can use cool accessories like this with. Like right now, I'm using an accessory from a different flame-based character on Glenfire here. That is the back flame for the Marvel Legends Infinite Build-A-Figure Ultimate Green Goblin. That's an Ultimate Green Goblin effect on him right now. So, yeah, you can use those fire effects with other fire characters. I probably will, I'm not gonna lie. There's some other cool fire characters you can use that with. But, yeah, so 4 out of 5 stars. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. This guy is highly recommended. You can check out Facebook, Twitter, follow me back on Twitter. Also Super Friends Benefits, which is our gaming channel. You can check out Slender Happening as well, which is our horror drama suspense channel. B3 Productions, which is our main channel, has more toy stuff like action figure hauls, collection updates. Might do some toy hunts later. You got comic book stuff on there too, and vlogs and etc. Parodies. Got parodies on this channel also. And you can check out other cool channels that aren't mine, like Jimmy Dan 93, Corticon, Mr. TF Prime, lots of cool stuff. So yeah, see you guys. Just rate, comment, subscribe. 4 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.